Hi everyone, this is part 49 of ASP.NET. This is Kannababu. In this video, we'll discuss about caching in ASP.NET. In the last video, we discussed about application memory. Let us see what is caching. Caching is a server-side state management technique which is used to maintain the frequently used data in a temporary cache memory. Caching is basically divided into three types: output caching, fragment caching, and data caching. So generally what happens, let us assume this is your browser and this is your server. This is your browser and that is your server. Browser and server actually. So here whenever client sends the request, who will accept the request? Web server will accept the request. That is IIS will accept the request and it will process the request and it will generate the response. Whenever client sends the request, IIS will accept the request, process the request and it will generate the response. Is it clear? And the response will forward to the browser. So every time when the client will send the request, another user will be there. Another user will again send the request. Again IIS will accept the request, again process, again generate the response. So each and every time when the request is going to the server, the request will be processed and the response will be generated and forward the response to the browser. So because of that, all the users, for example, if all the users are accessing same data means, so there is no meaning of sending the request every time. There is no meaning of processing the request every time. Multiple users sending the request every time, but all the users expecting response is same. So instead of processing the request unnecessarily burden on server. So what to do here, instead of generating the response every time, we'll try to create a cache memory. So cache is a server-side state management technique which is used to maintain the frequently used data in the separate memory. So whenever client sends the request, IIS will accept the request, process and generate the response, store the response in cache memory. And when other users are sending the request, again the response request will not process. Directly response will come from cache memory. So caching is a server-side state management technique which is used to maintain the frequently used data in a temporary cache memory for a particular time period. Up to that particular time period, whoever will access the particular response, everyone will get the response from same cache memory. You take share market website, within a particular time period, the share value will not change. Instead of again processing the request, multiple users will connect to the server at a time to see the share value. So what to do, whenever the share value is updated only, the request must be processed. Within a particular time period, all the responses, all the requests, the response is same. In that scenario, store that response in a cache memory. So caching is a server-side state management technique which is used to maintain the response in a temporary cache memory. This caching is of three types. One is output caching, fragment caching, and data caching. Let us see what is this output caching first. Here I'll try to go to the project, add new item, select web form, and here go to your design. Here I'll try to go to toolbox, drag and drop one label control from the toolbox. And here I'll try to give state management techniques, purely theoretical concept. Mostly interviewer will ask you a lot of questions in ASP.NET face-to-face interview on state management techniques only. ADO.NET, just system test point of view, ADO.NET is important. So here you can see page load. Here I'll try to write some code, something like label one.text is equal to system dot datetime dot now dot toString. Now dot toString, something like this. So now every time when I refresh the page load event will fed and the date will change. Current system date will change. System.datetime.now.toString means it will get the current system date along with time. So here you see, if I refresh the page, what you observe, the time is what? Changing. Because the page is refreshing every time. Every time request is going to the server, request will process. But I want to stop the output for a particular time period in a cache memory. So here I will try to apply caching for this page. So you can go for output caching. So output caching means it is used to maintain the total page output in a cache memory. So go to your source code and here in the first line you can write, in the second line you can write less than percentile output cache. Here I'll try to mention duration is equal to 10 seconds. vary by param is equal to none. I will try to give. So the entire page output I will store in the cache memory. Is it clear? So here you can go to your design and here you can press F5. See, now whenever I refresh the page up to 10 seconds, the response will be same. Is it clear? Now let us see the response will be generated here. Are you following? If I refresh the page also, the response will not change. Up to 10 seconds, it will show the same response. After 10 seconds, the response will what? Change. Now after 10 seconds, the response will change. Next 32 will come. Okay, na? Up to 10 seconds, whoever will access, the output will be stored in cache memory. That is about output caching. Total page output will store in the cache memory. Next one is fragment caching. Fragment caching means I want to maintain the portion of the web page, partial page caching or fragment caching. In output caching, what is happening? Total web page output will be stored in the cache memory. But in some websites, you can see advertisements must not be displayed same every time. It must be change actually. So I don't want to halt the total page output in a cache memory. Okay, now, so what I will do, I will try to apply some portion of the web page. Only I want to apply caching. Remaining I don't want to apply. In that case, we'll use fragment caching. If you want to work with fragment caching, you must have the knowledge on web user controls. So here what to do, create a separate page. In a web page, you create a separate page as a partial page and apply caching for that particular page only. See, go to project, add new item, select web user control. Or somewhere you can see web forms user control. I think web forms user control extension is .ascx, active server control extension. And here I'll give something like page1.ascx. Click on add button. Now this is my web user control. So within this your web user control, go to your toolbox, drag and drop one label control. And here I'll try to give the bold. And here I'll try to give something like XX large. And here the text color also I will change. Something like red color I will try to give. Is it clear, everyone? Now here I will change the I will try to display the current system date and time. Label one dot text is equal to system dot date time dot now dot toString, something like this. Is it clear? This is what web user control. I am from web user control. Here this one. Here I'll try to give plus. Okay, na? This is your web user control. Now this is your web form. Now I have designed a separate control, and repeatedly if you want to do any common design, you can design in a web user control and go to your solution explorer. In which page you want, you can drag and drop it. This is page1.ascx. Drag and drop in webform1.aspx. So this red color is from web user control, black color is your normal web page. Press F5 and check the output. Is it clear? Now you can see I think I applied caching now here. I will try to remove that caching. Go to your source code and try to delete this output cache code. Okay, now this one, second line. Line number 2, you delete it. In your web form 1.aspx. Okay, now, so here you can see press F5. And here you can check the output. Now, whenever you refresh the page, what will happen? You can see both the times will change. Here you can see both the times will what? Change. Are you following? But I want to apply caching for only some part of the web page. For red color, I want to apply the caching, web user control. So go to page1.ascx, go to your source code. In line number 2, you can write output cache. Duration is equal to 10, vary by param is equal to none. So means I am applying the caching only for this portion. Now here go to your web form 1.aspx, you see. Up to 10 seconds, the red color time will not what? Change. But the web form page will what? Refresh every time. Here you see. This black color time will change. That is web form. I applied caching for web user control. So after 10 seconds, again it will change. Is it clear? Here you see. And again that up to next 10 seconds, it will store the response in Cache memory. Frequently used output stored in cache memory for a particular time period. After that particular time period, when the cache memory will what? The output will change. Again, that output will halt for a particular time period. Share market website is the best example you can take. That is about fragment caching. Next, data caching. Data caching means same like your regular normal view state, query string, your session application of you are using. In the similar manner, you can use data caching also. Caching main purpose is it is a server-side state management technique which is used to maintain the frequently used output in a cache memory. This is data caching. It is very simple. Store the value and read the value like other. Here double click on button 1, store the value in the cache memory. Here you can simply write cache of variable name x is equal to value. I'll try to give some value, and here I'll try to display one message. Label 1.text is equal to value was stored in cache memory. In cache memory, something like this. Are you following? And here double click on button 2 and write the code. Here I want to display the output in the label. Label 1.text is equal to, here I'll try to display one message, welcome plus, here I want to read the value, cache of variable name. What is the variable name? X, something like this. Store the value and read the value. So whenever user clicks on button 1, I want to store the value in cache memory. Whenever user clicks on button 2, I want to read the value from cache memory. Welcome Kanabab. This is how you can work with caching. Don't confuse. Session is nothing but what? For each and every time when a new user is logging, a separate memory is allocated. That is session. 100 users means 100 sessions. Application memory means it is a common memory for all the users. Only the memory will be allocated only for one time. That is for first time when the first request was made to the server. Second time onwards, multiple users will log in. They can access the memory. Caching is nothing but some part of the output is stored in the response in a temporary cache memory. Whoever will send the request, everyone will get the response from the cache memory only for a particular time period. This is how you can work with caching. These are the different types of state management techniques that are available in ASP.NET. For more videos, try to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.